Today we are going to discuss about actions of auxins in plants. Earlier we discussed about auxins and experiment of auxins by F.W. Wendt, phototropism process, and natural and synthetic auxins of plants like natural auxins like IEA, IBA, etc., and synthetic auxins like 2,4-D. Just it. So today we discussed about actions of auxins in plant. Although plant growth can be influenced by many environmental factors, three main guidance systems control the orientation of the plant axis. The first is phototropism, or we can say growth with respect to light. Photo or tropism. Photo means light and tropism means growth. So growth with respect to light is expressed in all shoots and some roots. It ensures that leaves will receive optimum sunlight for photosynthesis. Next is gravitropism, which means growth in response to gravity, enables root to grow downward into the soils and shoots to grow upward away from the soils, responses that are especially critical during the early stages of germination. Thigmotropism, or growth with respect to touch, enables roots to grow around obstacles and is responsible for the ability of the shoots of climbing plants to wrap around other structures for support. In this section, we examine the evidence that bending in response to light or gravity results from the lateral redistributions of auxin. We will also consider the cellular mechanism involved in generating lateral auxin gradients. Phototropism is mediated by lateral redistribution of auxins. Charles and Francis Darwin provided the first clue concerning the mechanism of phototropism by demonstrating that the sites of perception and differential growth bending are separate. Light is perceived at the tip of a collectile, but bending occurs below the tip. The Darwin proposed that some influence that was transported from the tip to the growing region brought about. Next is apical dominance. In most of the higher plants, the growing apical bud inhibits the growth of lateral auxiliary buds, a phenomena that is called apical dominance. Removal of the shoot apex, or we can say decapitation, results in the outgrowth of one or more of the lateral buds. Not long after the discovery of auxin, it was found that IAA, it means indole acetic acid, could substitute for the apical bud in maintaining the inhibition of lateral buds. The classic experiment performed on kidney Phaseolus vulgaris plants by Neer and Thiamin and Fouquet-Scoop in the 1920 This result was soon confirmed for numerous other plant species, leading to the hypothesis that the outgrowth of the axillary bud is inhibited by auxin, that is, transport bacipitally from the terminal bud. This hypothesis was supported by experiment that shows that a ring of the auxin transport inhibitor TIBA in lanolin paste placed below the shoot apex release the axillary buds from inhibition. Thiamin and Scoop originally proposed that auxin synthesized in the shoot apex is transported bacipitally to axillary buds, which they proposed were more sensitive to auxin than other tissues. If this is the case, the concentration of auxin in axillary buds should decrease following decapitation of the shoot apex. Next is synthetic auxins. Synthetic auxins have a variety of commercial use. Auxins have been used commercially in agriculture and horticulture for more than 50 years. Commercial uses include prevention of fruit and leaf drop, promotion of flowering in pineapple, induction of parthenocarpy fruit development, thinning of fruit, and rooting of cuttings for plant propagation. Rooting is enhanced if the excised leaf or stem cutting is dipped in an auxin solution, which increase the initiation of adventitious root at the cut end. This is the basis of commercial rooting compounds, which consist mainly of synthetic auxins. In some plant species, seedless fruits may be produced naturally, or they may be induced by treatment of the unpollinated flowers with auxin. The production of such seedless fruit is called parthenocarpy. It is stimulating formation of parthenocarpic fruits. Auxin may act as primarily to induce fruit set, which in turn may trigger the endogenous production of auxin by certain fruit tissues to complete the developmental process. Ethylene is also involved in fruit development, and some of the effects of auxins on fruiting may result from the promotion of ethylene synthesis. The control of ethylene in the commercial handling of fruits. In addition to these applications, synthetic auxins such as 2,4-D, it means 2,4-dichlorobenzoic acid, and dicamba are widely used as herbicides that induce excessive cell expansion and subsequent plant death. Synthetic auxins are highly effective because they are not metabolized by the plant as quickly as indole acetic acid. Some, like 2,4-D, are also transported more slowly than IAA, thus enhancing Retention in shoots. Synthetic auxins are used by farmers for the control of dicot weeds in commercial cereal fields and by home gardeners for the control of weeds such as dandelions and daisies in lawns. Monocots such as maize and grasses are less sensitive to artificial auxins because monocots are able to inactivate synthetic auxins rapidly by the process of conjugation. So that's it. Oh, okay. We discussed about phototropism, gravitotropism, and thigmotropism. All processes are regulated with the help of auxin hormone and they shows tropism. Another is apical dominance is also shows with auxin hormone, and some synthetic hormones are also used for parthenocarpic fruits, thinning of fruits, etc. So that's it. Thank you, students.